First off, I'd like to welcome everybody to our signing class to celebrate and announce our 2016 Wyoming women's soccer recruiting class. So with that said, biggest thing is just thank our staff for me and the efforts put in. Obviously in our program and with the soccer landscape, it's years of hard work that go into this, and we're excited to get to finally get to the day where we can actually tell people about that hard work and about the prospects that we're really excited are joining our program. So with that said, there'll be 5 that we'll announce today. There's also a transfer that's already been announced, Britt Stark. So I'll start with her, actually. She's a transfer from the University of Colorado, was an All-American coming out of high school, has done really well at the University of Colorado the last couple of years, has 6 goals, 1 assist during that time, and I think will come in and make an immediate impact in our program. And going into the next year's freshman class, first one is Carly Martin, a native of Calgary, Alberta. She comes to us from Southwest United. She also has been a member of the RTC, the Regional Training Center, which leads into the Canadian national team for the last 3 years. Her club team has won the provincials the last 3 years as well, in 2012, 2013, and 2014. Advancing to nationals, and at nationals in 2014, they got a bronze medal. In 2013, they finished with a silver medal. So very competitive team, has done very well. A very versatile player, can really play anywhere. And kind of one of those additions that, you know, when she asks, what position do you see me playing? It's like, yes, probably quite a few. So we'll see where she fits in next fall, but really nice to have that versatility with her that she brings. Next up, Brooklyn Mooney. Out of Broomfield, Colorado, Broomfield High School, Colorado Rush, ECNL. 2014 high school varsity conference champs, state finalists, finished second as a runner-up there with Broomfield. Also a Rush ECNL player, pretty highly rated with all the websites and things like that. Definitely a center mid. She likes to go forward. She can actually score goals from the midfield, which is something that will definitely be a bonus for us. Very technical player, crafty, good vision, just really going to help us in the midfield. You know, I think she'll come in and compete right away, and something that we've been looking for in there, and I think she'll help definitely. Next is Avery Smith from SoCal Blues. She's out of Laguna Niguel, California. She's been team captain the last 3 years with SoCal Blues. They're ranked as the 13th ranked team in the nation right now. She spent time with the ECNL team as well on that. And her sister actually plays at UW Milwaukee, and so it's a very big soccer family with her. And for her, a defender, probably an outside back when she comes in for us. You know, just great resume, a hardworking player. I think somebody that'll come in and only improve when she gets here. You know, excited to have her. The 4th one is Michaela Stark. Her sister Britt obviously is coming to play for us here at Christmas. She's also from Broomfield, not only a high school teammate with Brooklyn, but also a club teammate with Colorado Rush. For her, conference champs again, runners-up in state last year with their high school program, and again, just a good player for us, another good addition. She's kind of a target forward, will go forward as well, obviously up top. Very good with back to goal though as well, so can hold the ball, is really best too, and she's taking on players. She's really good at that, can use her right and left foot pretty well on that, so somebody that'll obviously add depth there as well to our forward line. And then last but not least, our 5th commitment is Rachel Troxel. She's out of Lander, Wyoming, plays for Wyoming 307 club, was an all-conference her freshman, sophomore, and junior year, all-state her sophomore and junior year, has been a high school team captain her last 2 years, and captain for her 307 club team, and as all the Colorado girls, same as Rachel, you know, just starting up their high school senior year here, so expect great things from them. For Rachel, she can really play a lot of places. I see her probably playing in the back for us. You know, left-footed player, you know, has got good size to her, so I think it's great to have a Wyoming prospect coming in, and I think, again, she's one of those that when we get her in the system, I think she's going to do some great things for us. So with that said, you know, for us, this class really does add depth. Obviously, if you follow our program, you know, we don't graduate a lot of players, or actually, excuse me, we don't graduate any players going into next fall. So So it's a pretty exciting time coming off of a fourth place finish. Kind of hampered with some key injuries this last season. To finish fourth was still a solid year for us, but didn't meet all of the goals that we set either. So I think this class really helps us push us closer to making this a championship program. And that's what we expect from this group to come in. I told them all, if they like hard work, this is a good place for you. And I think that's the type of program we've got. And obviously we all have very good expectations and very high expectations of ourselves and of our recruits. And I think they have that of themselves, and I think they'll continue to build on the tradition that has started, really. And they're joining a good program, obviously coming off of back-to-back 10-win seasons, and the first time that has happened in the history of our program. I think they're excited to help us get better. I know our returners are very excited to get back after it here with games in a couple weeks, and I'm looking forward to the future. So with that said, any questions that we have? Well, I think for us, we really do focus on the Colorado area and the Wyoming area to start with, and again, in our sport, really, unfortunately, I think the players are committing as sophomores, and very, very young. So this has been really 2 or 3 years, that this program's been, or this class, has been pretty set. So obviously, going to our Colorado roots and our Wyoming roots, we got one out of Wyoming, a defender. We do, we've got a couple of seniors this coming fall that are outside backs. It's no coincidence that we've got a couple outside backs coming in. And then on top of that, with our midfield, I think we could add depth there. I think Brooklyn does that as well. Up top, I think we're very strong there, but you can never have enough good forwards, in my opinion. Bringing in a transfer and having somebody with the quality of Britt is going to be a big addition to us, and the quality of Michaela being a big addition as well. On top of that, I think all of them do that. And then I think every class you want somebody like a Carly Martin that can kind of play anywhere. So really we kind of hit all of the areas that we needed, with a couple defenders, a midfielder, and a couple forwards, and then kind of a versatile player. In goal, we're pretty set with 3 returning goalkeepers. So for us, we kind of hit our needs areas. And I think we got some quality players, a lot of players that play at high level, and are going to bring that addition to us. And I think this program has only been getting better year by year by year that I've been here. And I think that shows in the results. I think that shows in the competitiveness of every game. We had some huge wins this past fall. The Kansas win stands out to me as a big-time win for us. When you can beat a Power 5 team, I think on top of that, the depth, when we got into as many injuries as we had this year, the depth started to become a problem. Believe it or not, I think it was a strength early in the season, and I think once we got to conference, we had some pretty big pieces sitting on the bench, unfortunately. So I think this class continues to grow that and continues to bring the quality in that we're looking for to make this a championship program, because we're not there yet, but we're close. We're close. Well, I think every year it changes. I think every year is different, and that's something that the team has to grab a hold of and has done a very good job in the past. When we get into next fall, it's gonna be a little bit of a culture shock for the incoming players. I think your whole life changes when you go to college, when you go to university, and not only soccer. But we've got a welcoming team. I think that's the key ingredient. The key ingredient, in my opinion, is having a team that wants to win a conference championship. And I think the hardest part is getting the returners to buy into that, along with the freshmen, and that's happened in our program. I think it will continue to happen. And for us, with 2 weeks of preseason, they're going to have to hit the ground running. They need to show up fit. They need to show up ready to go. But I'll tell you, the type of people that they are, they love playing soccer. They're soccer junkies. They love competing. They're good people on and off the field. We try to do the best job we can when recruiting everyone, no matter where they're from. How they do on and off the field. Are they competitors? And they are. And I think that's what makes a successful recruiting class, which turns into a successful team down the road. And I think they're right there with the rest of the team on that aspect. Well, I think every transfer is different. Some kind of fall into your laps. Others you've worked for. Obviously, you look at this past fall. We had Shayna Shuri, who had a great fall. Was a first-team all-conference player for us. And believe it or not, that's somebody that we recruited heavily out of high school. Unfortunately, she chose to go to an ACC program. After 1 year there, came back and played for us. So for that one, it was kind of a long process where she went away and then ended up coming back. And I joke with her that she just finally realized what the right decision was. And it's had a great success for us. Our transfers in the past, even the year before, Allison Clark was somebody that I was recruiting, believe it or not, back when she was an 8th grader or a freshman at another university, and came back and played for me here at Wyoming, and was a great program, a great addition to our program, along with an all-conference player for us. Alex Beam had connections to the university, and it was a great addition for us. We expect Britt to do the same thing. I think she'll come in. I think she'll make an immediate impact. I think she'll provide depth. I think she'll provide competition, and all of those things make us better. And when you're a competitor, when you're a championship level team, which is where we want to go to, you need those things. And players that are in the program embrace that and have done better because they know it's good competition, and not only in games but in training. And I think that stuff makes us better. I think all of those additions have been great additions for us. We do our homework with the transfers. We probably got 10 to 15 releases roughly for transfers that were looking to come to the university, and I think that in our program, and I think that tells you the type of quality program that we're running here. I think it tells you the type of quality university that we have here, to be able to attract the top type of player like that, and to be able to have that much interest in our program of people that see the things that are happening here and want to be a part of it. And when we can add somebody of the stature of Britt, I think it's a great addition for us. Did it hurt having her sister here? No. Obviously that helps when her sister's on the coming to be a part of the program. And believe it or not, I think the whole time we were probably recruiting Britt, and we had no idea when we were recruiting Michaela, because I think she really does enjoy the program that much, as much as she's been around, and the numerous times she's been up to see our campus, to see games, to see a basketball game or a football game, or all of those things combined. I think those things always help, and when word of mouth starts spreading that good things are happening, I think you get that type of interest. I think every class, that's my expectations with every class, is to win a conference championship, and for that class to be the one that puts us over the hump, because again, we've been close, so yeah, we expect that out of every class, believe it or not. I think when you win a conference championship, it's a perfect storm a lot of times. You've got to stay healthy. Do you have to catch a break here or there? Yes. All of those things really do combine into that, especially when you've got the quality of our conference. You've got 12 teams. There's only one every year, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge every year, and it's a battle. Every game is a battle. There's nobody that's easy, and I think that it says a lot about the conference. But we need that. We need that, and we embrace that. And yes, I expect this class to be the one that puts us over the top and wins a championship. But I probably would have said that the year before and the year before that too. But I think every year we're in a better and better situation to make a run at it. But again, do you need that break here or there? Of course. Do you need to stay healthy? That always helps, trust me. So, when we finished second and lost in overtime, we caught some breaks. We stayed healthy that year. This year it felt like we had quite a few kind of key injuries, and we finished fourth, but still we're in the mix. So all of those things combined go into it. But I expect nothing but that from this class. I want them to graduate with a ring. Minimum one. Let's hopefully, once we get one, we'll start working on two. So, and I think they expect that of themselves. I think they're that type of dedication to this program and their commitment to their sport and this university. Along with the returners, the same thing. They're hungry, and they've been hungry the last 3-4 years, and it's starting to show now on the field the last couple of years. What else? All right. Well, thank you guys for coming, and we look forward to seeing you out on the field next fall.